Hello, my name is Minzy, and this is my granddad's tie. And what a few couple of weeks it has been. Like I said, as a Chelsea fan, cannot complain under any circumstances. 3 Premier League victories within the past couple of weeks. But today, we are talking about the Bangladesh under 19 team, which is a little bit peculiar because I obviously focus on the senior men's squad more than anything, but it is time to talk about these lot because these lot have done something historical and have retained the under 19 Asia Cup that they won in 2023 against UAE of all teams that have reached the final that on that occasion. This time around, it was against the mighty Indians that we defended our title against, and we are crowned champions for Asia for the under 19 team. And there's one thing I just have to say, which is, boys, go into the senior squad. Go in, all of you, go in, because you lot have won 3 trophies in the space of 4 years. You won the World Cup in 2020, you won the Asia Cup in 2023, and you've now retained it in 2024. 3 trophies in 4 years is an outstanding achievement. And I was following it like on the sidelines, on the peripheries of what was really going on. So it was a group stage format of 8 nations. So in Group A, you had quite the heavy duty teams in there. You had Sri Lanka, you had Afghanistan, you had Bangladesh, and you had Nepal in one group. Then in the other group, you had the classic India, Pakistan, and then 2 other nations, UAE and Japan. I think we all knew that in Group B, India and Pakistan were going to go through. That was a gimme. That was almost a gimme. But the other group was a little bit more tighter because you've arguably got 3 nations in there. No disrespect to Nepal. Actually, Nepal had a fantastic tournament. They'd won one game, and I think they came third. I think they beat Afghanistan in the end. But, fair play to them. And anyway, there were 3 teams that were both fighting for the top 2 spots, really, in Sri Lanka, Afghanistan, and Bangladesh. Bangladesh started off with a good statement win against Afghanistan, and then they beat Nepal. Sri Lanka had also beaten the same 2 nations, Afghanistan and Nepal, so it was a toss-up between who finishes first between Sri Lanka and Bangladesh when they played the final group game. But I was more interested in the other group because India and Pakistan had played first and Pakistan had won, meaning that India were definitely going to take the runners-up spot. And as I was in the sidelines watching that last game slightly between Bangladesh and Sri Lanka, I said, I hope they lose this game. I really hope they lose this game because I do not want Bangladesh to face India in the semi-finals and top the group. Because India in the semi-finals, India just can't be stopped. They're just too blood hungry, you know what I mean? They'll end up cruising through to the final. They did so against Sri Lanka. They absolutely battered them. I'm not saying Pakistan were the easier opponent, no disrespect to them, absolutely not. They're not easy at all under any circumstances. But I just went, if there's anyone who I'd rather not face, it's probably India. And so it proved. I was a bit surprised at how Pakistan collapsed like the way they did, but they did. And then Bangladesh chased, I think, was it 116 quite comfortably. I think they only lost 3 wickets in the end. So that was pleasing. That was pleasing to see that the bowling effort in that is what really got us through to the final. It really was a fantastic bowling display. And then came India in the final, who I thought India would win it, to be honest, because let's be honest, man, India always produce talent. They've got talent oozing in every single age category. Do you know what I mean? We were put into bat first, and I saw the score line of 198 all out in I can't remember, was it 48 or the 49th over out of 50? I think Mohammed Shakib James, who's got James on the back of his shirt, so I think it's fantastic. had 40. Rizan Hassan scored 47, and Farid Hassan scored 39 to post a total of 198 runs on the board, which you would think is not enough in a one-day game. You know, if it's a T20, it's a different matter. There's always a chance of, you know, sorry, where was I? What was I saying? Sorry, 198 in a T20 game, there's always a chance that that's a good winning total. But in an ODI game, it's probably not enough. In fact, it's never enough. But then came the bowling element of the game from Bangladesh, and they were fantastic. It was a joy to watch. Never seen such amazing quality fast bowling from a young Bangladeshi team like that. They just didn't let India breathe under anyone's circumstances. I did get worried when India were like 21 or 22 for 2 at one stage in their reply. I still thought they were comfortable, but Bangladesh just did not stray away from the lines and length. It was awesome. They just, like I said, they just didn't let India breathe. They had to manufacture shots every single time to try and get boundaries, which is almost unheard of. It's almost unheard of to hear consistency and hitting the right lines and lengths for the Bangladesh seamers. You know what I mean? It was just a beautiful sight to see, and I enjoyed it. And then the winning moment came with a wild slog over leg side into the boundary rider, right down his throat, and that was it. India was skittled out for 139 runs. Bangladesh had won by 59 runs. What an achievement for these young Tigers. I do hope that they get bled into the senior team immediately. They need to be brought in. They need to be brought in. 3 trophies in the space of 4 years is an incredible achievement for these lot. Clearly the talent is there for our youngsters, and I do wish them all the best. I hope they do get selected for the senior men's team. As for me, I've put my good week into the national lottery. Hopefully these numbers win in either the lotto or the Euro millions. We shall see what happens next week and the week after. We'll see if those numbers prop up, and if I win, all the money stays in my bank account, of course. As for now, congratulations to our young Tigers. Let me have a little smoke of the red one. God, I've got no lungs left. Anyways, ta-da, good night, and politely fuck off.